Hey, what's going on, guys? So Gamescom opening night live is said and done, and there were a lot of really great announcements at this showcase event, even a lot of them that I liked myself. But for the sake of keeping this video relatively short, I picked 13 games to talk about here. I'll probably do a part 2 with some more games that I was excited about. I just don't want this video to run too long, so let's get right into it. The first game that I was really excited to see here was Bubsy 4D. Now, as somebody who has never played a Bubsy game, this one really interested me just with the art style, and the gameplay actually seemed funner than I thought it was going to be. I never played Bubsy 3D, I should say, but I know that was a relatively popular game among people who liked platformers, 3D platformers, and thought the character was cute. So this one looked pretty dope. Definitely check it out. Another game that actually piqued my interest a lot at Gamescom 2025 was this game called Denshi Attack. This game I thought was going to be like a Jet Set Radio sequel, but it turns out you're like skateboarding as a bus, like you're grinding on rails and doing a bunch of platforming. It actually looks pretty fucking sick though. I was a little bit put off at first when it started showing the bus, and then I started seeing some of the gameplay and I was like, you know what? I'm digging the art style and this gameplay seems pretty intense, and honestly I think I'm going to play it. No release date. It is going to be coming in Q2 of 2026, but this one looks pretty damn funny. There was a trailer for a game called Absolum at this opening night live event, and this is like a roguelite action beat 'em up style game. It looks pretty awesome. The art style is so fluid. I'm usually not a big roguelite person, but I am a beat 'em up game person, so this is something that I think I'm going to check out. And there's a release date for it of October 9th. It's going to be coming to PlayStation 4, 5, and then Nintendo Switch. Didn't see anything about it coming to Xbox, so that was a little bit weird because it does seem like a kind of smaller game, so you would think it would want to launch on all the other platforms. But I'm digging the art style. I kind of want to play as that frog lizard dude. That dude seems pretty sick. There was an interesting reveal of a game called Long Gone. Now this is like a narrative adventure side scroller where you're actually like rummaging for supplies, fighting off zombies and stuff. It actually looks a lot like The Last of Us, but like a 2D pixelated version of that game, so I was really digging it. Somehow the developers managed to make the gameplay look fluid as hell as well. There wasn't like a release date for it or anything. It looks like it's just going to come out on PC when it does launch, but it looks pretty sick. Honestly, I've been looking for something that's like a side scroller that's just going to catch my attention, and when I saw this trailer I was like, you know, this might be it. This might be the one. So hopefully we get a release date for this thing pretty soon because I want to check it out. So we even got an announcement for another game from the developers of Ghost Runner 1 and 2. This game is called Valor Mortis. This is actually a first-person Souls game. Definitely a different turn for these guys, but it looks like instead of you fighting like mechanical beasts, you're actually like playing as a French soldier and you're fighting against what's called like Nephto goblins. I don't know, it looks really cool. There were some enemies with like multiple swords hanging off of them. It just looks like a really badass game. It's supposed to come out in 2026 to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles. And I'm sure we'll get a playtest for it, which actually it looks like there's going to be a playtest for this game coming up soon. And you can sign up for it right now on the website. So I'm definitely going to go there and hit that up because this looks pretty cool. Don't think my computer is going to run it because my computer could barely handle the Ghost Runner games. And if this is like those games but on crack, then I'm probably not going to be able to do it. But I'm definitely going to check it out for sure. We actually got another trailer for a game called Routine, which is like a first-person horror game where you're playing as a person who's on this moon base who's trying to solve this mystery on the base. It looks pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, the gun that they show in this trailer definitely just looks like a computer that shoots shit out of the back of it. No release date for this game. It's supposed to come out in Q4 2025, and it looks pretty cool. Honestly, I'm loving that we're getting more interesting horror games. Yeah, it almost looks like you're using a camera like you would in Outlast in some of the gameplay on this trailer, so I'm excited for it to launch. Next up, we got a trailer for a game called Swords of Legends. Now, a lot of people thought this was like a trailer for Where Winds Meet, but it's actually a completely different game. It looks fucking insane. It's made in Unreal Engine 5, of course. It's going to be published by Gameforge Interactive, developed by Aragon Shanghai. Not a release date for it out just yet, but it's going to be coming to all the platforms that you want it to, except for the Switch, of course. This trailer looked pretty freaking sick. I thought it was a Where Winds Meet trailer, but the gameplay looks intense. It looks fast-paced. It definitely looks like it's going to give you some difficulty. The environments look cool. Hopefully, it's not another Souls-like. I kind of hope it's just like an action RPG, something that's not going to kick my ass the whole time I'm trying to play it, because I still haven't finished Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers because I thought that was going to be more action-based. But this looks pretty sick, and just what I'm seeing in the trailer looks like you're going to get to summon characters and use them to fight the bad guys. There's a whole lot of interesting stuff here in the trailer. Definitely check it out for yourself. Like I said, no release date, but this is the game I want to play. We even got a new trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. This actually came with a release date of November 14th, which was actually leaked I think about a week ago from a couple of like notable leakers, and some new information on the game. Apparently you're going to get to play the entire campaign and co-op with up to 4 players, so you and 3 other friends can actually experience the whole campaign together. It looks like it's a little bit more open-ended with the environments. They've talked about the end game being a little bit more fleshed out, where now you have to like make your way through these battles. They talked about the traversal and stuff like that. It actually looks pretty interesting. I know a lot of people are actually hating on this right now on the internet, saying like, oh, this kind of made me pre-order Battlefield 6, and I think they're both just 2 different things that we can't really compare one to the other, in my opinion. I know they're both like war shooters, but they're just different experiences. But Call of Duty's always been more of a blockbuster experience, and Battlefield's just where you go to blow shit up. So I think it looks pretty cool. I'm probably gonna check it out. Of course, it's probably gonna be on Game Pass, so it's like you ain't got nothing to lose there but time. So this looks pretty dope. Check the trailer out. We also got a new trailer for Lords of the Fallen 2 coming in 2026. No specific release date, but the trailer looks pretty cool. I know this one's supposed to be a little bit more faster and gruesome than Lords of the Fallen. I guess it would be, what, 2022 or 3 at this point. I really liked the more recent iteration of Lords of the Fallen, so I'm excited to see what they do with this game. I'm excited for it. I liked the series. It was actually like not as hard as I thought it was going to be, which I appreciated, and the multiplayer was pretty fun. So this one's cool. Check it out. Definitely be looking forward to it. I know I will. We got an announcement for another Lego game, but back in the Batman universe. It's called Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and this game looked pretty fucking cool. I was surprised. I'm not usually a Lego game person, but the gameplay they showed on this, it was like, it looks fun, it looks frenetic, it looks like what we got from the Arkham series games, and I'm okay with it. I'm sure a lot of people will say, well, this is iterative of that series, and in my opinion, I don't even care, because if the gameplay is fun and it's a little bit like of a Lego game, I'm all here for that. It's supposed to take you through like decades worth of like Batman storyline, so I imagine we're going to see bits and pieces of all of the other games and some movies and TV shows. Like they really said like this is going to be the definitive Batman experience, but Lego form, and I'm all here for it. There's no release date. It's supposed to come out next year, but I hope we get like a demo or something soon, because I'm really excited for this one. Then we got another trailer for Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion, obviously talking about the release date being later this year. And they also announced that there is a demo out for the game right now that you can check out. I did play the demo a little bit, wasn't really in love with it, but I also wasn't in love with the first game. So if you loved the first game, I think it's just a little bit more refined version of that, in my opinion, and I think it's for you. But for me, I'm probably gonna pass on it. But it looked pretty cool because like I like the art style, so I'll probably watch somebody play it. And last but not least, we got a new trailer for Fallout Season 2, the TV show. Now I know it's not a video game, but it's video game based, coming out December 17th. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just ready for more of the show. It looks like they're obviously going to New Vegas this time around. I'm interested to see how this story is going to make callbacks to the game, or if they're even going to bother with that. I know it's obviously its own storyline, but it looks pretty sick. So there you have it, guys. That's 13 things that I was really excited for at this most recent opening night live. I'll probably do another part for some of the other games that I popped for. Like I said, I just wanted to keep this one a little bit short. So let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about what you guys were excited for here. Peace.